Hello everyone. I don't know really where or how to start this video other than look at this beautiful folder that I made. And just to let you all know, I made some coloring book pages that you can download on Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi, and I think the link is Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/astrological artist. I think that's how you get to my page on there. And I'll try to provide a link, or at least the address itself, in the in the description of this video. And really, I need to have that automatically be in all my video descriptions now. But yeah, I'm making little coloring book pages because I kind of need the funds quite badly. So I'm making little coloring book pages that you can just buy and download and whatnot. And yeah, I'm gonna have butterflies and flowers and all kinds of real pretty things. And I never thought of advertising that stuff, but just to show you some of the butterflies that, I mean, why not? That I already have done up and ready to be sold. Yeah, okay, so I got it right here. So these are the coloring book pages you're gonna get to be able to download, And I didn't expect to start this video off with an advertisement. I've been kind of sick lately. Oh no, this has still tape on it. And I've been kind of stressed out I'm having a good day. I'm having a healthy day, thankfully. I got like a cold or something. So I've been really sick the past 2-3 days. But today I'm feeling better. And so I decided to come over to the window and see. This is another one. And this one I started coloring, but you'll of course get the coloring book version of it. I got these letter butterflies. I call them letter butterflies or word butterflies. I like these. These are my favorite. So, oh, and this is the very first word butterfly I've ever done. So, but yeah, I'm really stressed out today, and I didn't know where to even start a video like this where you're supposed to be all relaxed. And how perfect. Happiness. You're supposed to be all relaxed and happiness itself, and it's like I don't even have the ability to fake that at the moment because, see if I can adjust. There we go. There, that looks better on camera now. So yeah, these are the coloring book pages that you can download. And then there's just a plain butterfly, drawn off, essentially real life. So obviously I do my own things with it. And then there's this. I need to put that with the other oddball ones. And this. I wonder if I even put that in. I need to take a look at that. And there's all these. I like them. I think they're neat. I hope to be able to color these on, on camera here. I call this my detailed piece, and I call this my plain piece. Hope. Laugh. I like that. Love. I don't know why, but this has been my, most liked video. I had another channel, and this was my most liked video that I did, where I colored this in. Another love, a detailed love. Another truth, a detailed truth. Just as there's many different types of love, simple love and detailed love. Makes me want to say there's many different types of truth. There's simple truth, and then there's detailed truth, which really is just simple truth, but with more details. I don't know. I think that's kind of stupid, but I like it. I think it's funny. So, anyway, now we're gonna put all this away. Sorry, I didn't expect to even show this stuff off, but I was like, well, I could start off with that, And honestly, I kind of like to go through this whole folder again. I don't think I have my flowers in this folder. I don't. And I don't know if I've shown off all my butterflies before. I was positive that I did. Well, there's the happiness. I want to put the laugh with the happiness. There we go. Laugh. Hope and dream. So there we go. Oh, I even forgot to put the timer on the... It doesn't help to be basically losing your memory, because it makes it very difficult to function just in everyday life. And I don't know why you would lose your memory when other things go wrong, but I have been having trouble with that lately. And I got other butterfly stuff in here that I need to finish drawing. You know. Well, I guess I could show off this. There's this butterfly. I think I took a picture of that one. And then there's this. I never finished coloring this one. Never finished coloring it. There. Make it a little less askew. And then there's this. I want to do like foreground and background butterflies. If you can even see that. Yeah, it's not really showing up on camera. Nuts. Too bad. Yeah, and then this. Get a better idea of what I was talking about with this. I didn't have any words to put in, so I just left like a space for words. An optional more butterflies. Or something like butterflies. Oh, and then I was going to do another word one. But yeah, that's that. That's that. My butterflies folder. Didn't expect to show that off. But there you go. My butterflies. Well, anyway, that's good enough for now. So now to get into the meat of everything, which is this. And I realized in coloring in this thing, these flowers, I ended up realizing that if I'm ever going to get these done, I have to do the majority of the work off camera, because I've been stopping myself from actually enjoying myself when I can, because there's been lots of times, like, you know, I've made it out to the living room and I sat there watching TV, and the ads are really long. There's more ads than there is TV show now. If you've seen, I don't know what to call it, legacy traditional TV as of late. And when you're sitting there bored with ads, what's there to do but to color? And so finally I just gave up one day, grabbed this, and decided to sit down and color with it. So there you go. There you go. And I'm glad I did, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten this far. And I will try to, every time I either start or finish a painting, especially finishing, I will try to show it on camera here. But afterwards, I do plan on showing you an entire book of stuff that I finished. Like this. This, I have considered this one done. But looking at it now, I'm like, no, I don't want to consider it done because it's so bad. This is so not done. I need to fix. There's even like a spill from the green. Ugh, that's a mess. Yeah, and I need to finish this. And I need to finish this. And I could totally do this, but I'd have to do it off camera. I love these lilies. They're so pretty. I'm so glad I drew that. You can kind of tell the stuff that I drew by hand without, you know, even really having a photo reference. I was just like, I want lilies. I want to color lilies. So I just started drawing lilies, you know. And the stuff where it's like a photograph, you know, a photograph that I took that, you know, we used to have crocuses in our backyard. It was real pretty. And a lot of the greenery, almost all the greenery is gone now, but because of the severe droughts over the past Oh my God, it's probably 15 years now. But yeah, so that too. That's pretty. Pots of plants that mom got and whatnot. So yeah, yeah, all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sit down, and I wanted to leave these areas white. But one of the problems with white is that white is never actually white, and you need to put at least some sort of shadow or shading in. You know, even like basically I essentially, you could say, I did shadow and shading here with the pen work. And it's really bad shading, really bad, you know, gradient work, whatever you want to call it. Shadow work, shading work, you know. There's so many different things you can call it. It's bad. But I enjoyed myself doing it, and it was fun. And because it was pens, I could do it. You know, it was pens and a water brush. And because of that, I could do it anywhere. I could do it in the living room, sitting in a chair, you know, thankfully. So I am so glad for that. So here we go. And I thought I would tell y'all about this. So the pens I've been using, they've been these Papermate Ink Joys and these Pentel, what are these? These Pentel Energel liquid gel inks. So I've been using Energel liquid gel inks, which I think these and these Papermate Ink Joys are actually the best. They're my favorite. But I knew that using gel pens, that you could use any type of gel pen. I mean, there's these Riton, Writon, Riton gel pens. You know, there's these Pilot Precision V5 gel pens, which I got really upset about them not being permanent. Then there's these other Pilot Neo gel pens. So these all bleed, you know. So I knew that any type of gel pen would bleed. And so I wondered about Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is like the gel pen, or at least the gel pen that popped up when I was young, when I was a wee little thing, just about to enter college. These became really, really big and popular. And I actually was first introduced to them in the college textbook store. So I ended up trying out water on the Jelly Roll gel pens. Now, they're not anywhere near as good. And the interesting thing is that they actually work better if you actually put down water first and then draw the pen on top. And the interesting thing is that these gold ones, they actually wash out to a real pale brown. So they end up going brown instead of being yellow, which was a big shock to me. And then this Pentel Starburst metallic medium gel pen, these Pentel Starburst gel pens. I tried this too, and which is also gold, just like the Jelly Rolls. And this makes sense. This, you actually get some color. It's pretty good coloring, and it washes out to a yellow, which makes sense. Uh, it's supposed to be metallic, but interestingly enough, which is what I kind of figured, the metallic medium in it, I don't know what to call it, the metallicness in it goes away entirely when you add water to the Pentel. But the Jelly Rolls, the metallic stuff stays around, and the metallic stays. And oddly enough, the Jelly Roll, even though the Jelly Roll ends up kind of like washing out and completely going away when you add water to it, um, the metallic, you have this like metallic sheen that's left over, along with this real light hint, this real light tint of brown. But the Jelly Roll is more water soluble in that you can completely wipe away the pen marks almost completely, so that it's almost like you never wrote on it in the first place, as long as you add enough water. And, you know, obviously, like with all watercolors, in fact, there's watercolors that are way more staining than, you know, than some of these gel pens. These gel pens, I'm sure if you worked on it enough, you could actually blot almost all of the ink, all of the colorants completely away if you really wanted to work on it for a while. You definitely could with these gold jelly rolls. So that was interesting. And I also found out these jelly roll pens, I probably got them in 2016. So they're really old. And this one is more dried out than this one. And I found out that the more dried out they are, the less um, water soluble they are. The less you can blend it or do anything with it. The more it becomes like an actual pen. I found out. And, but it's also lighter in color and harder to read. But the more moisture, the less dried out and the fresher the jelly roll pen is, the more water soluble it is, and the more you can blend it out and actually use it like a watercolor. So there you go. And if I could, and if you go to my Ko-Fi page and just donate to me, I will, because what I really want to do now is I want to get like a right now pack of jelly roll, like what do they have? Moonbeams and what else? They have packs of jelly roll pens in like 10 and 12 and whatnot. And I want to get a pack of jelly roll pens. Um Actually I want to get 2 packs of jelly roll pens, and I can't remember the names of them. But I think one is Stardust and I think one is Moonbeam. But basically, they're glittery, they're metallic and they're beautiful. And I want to see how well I can paint with those. So if you go to my, Astrological Artists Ko-Fi page and you just donate to my Ko-Fi page there, I will definitely, shell out for the jelly roll pens, and I will try using them with water and see what happens. Just see what happens, because I'm so curious. I so want to find out. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video on a cliffhanger. I'm going to go ahead and color on camera here. Don't worry. It's in the very next video. On camera here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in these areas and shade them in so that they at least have some sort of shading and they look better than the just flat, plain, sticking out splotches that they are. So yeah, tune into the next video. I don't know when, I don't know how I'm going to upload these. But yeah, tune into the next video and I will do, these jelly roll pens and this Pentel metallic pen on these white areas of the flower, and I'll shade the whole thing in. So didn't mean for this whole thing to be some inadvertent advertisement, but it did get me going here, and it did get me in a much better mood than I was in when I first started, because my gosh, was I ever stressed. It was not fun. So thanks for stopping by. Bye.